Today in the Freshman Run Club, I am in Boston for state number 2 of my 50-state challenge, Massachusetts. Welcome back to the Freshman Run Club. So for today's video, I'm in Boston Common. This is video number 2 of my 50-state running challenge, where I'm running in all 50 states. It's going to take me probably my whole life. I'm in Massachusetts, specifically Boston. Today I'm going to run the Freedom Trail and then some other cool spots, including a little finish line of a marathon you may have heard of. So behind me is the start of the Freedom Trail, which is a historic little trail that you can follow. It's this path of bricks throughout Boston, go by some historic sites, and I will check off Massachusetts as the number 2 state that I've run in since I started the challenge. Let's hop on the Freedom Trail and go for a little Massachusetts run. So I'm in Boston Common now, which is America's first and oldest, it's kind of the same thing, but first and oldest public park, going up a hill right now. So what I'm gonna do is run along the Freedom Trail and then a little bit further, go over the sights and sounds of Boston. I'm not a tour guide, so I might have to dub in some stuff, but hopefully I'll point out some interesting things in the city of Boston. Next up is the Granary Burying Ground, which is where Sam Adams, Paul Revere, and many other famous people are buried in Boston. Then we have the Old South Meeting House, which is where the Bostonians met to organize the Boston Tea Party. Here we have the Old South Meeting House, which is the site of the Boston Massacre and also the oldest public building in Boston, and the first place the Declaration of Independence was read in the city. Next up is Faneuil Hall, which is the site of many speeches advocating for the independence from Great Britain. It is now a market, including Quincy Market, a lot of great food options there. And then you can wander around the corner to the oldest pub in Boston, kind of a cool little area to run through or hang out in, and then cross over the road into the north end of Boston. And then you can find the home of Paul Revere, which is also the oldest surviving building in Boston. So pretty cool to check that out. And then you can head into Little Italy, a lot of great food and dining options, little shops, really cool place to check out. There's a nice little statue of Paul Revere in a quiet little courtyard, so just a really fun place to run through. This is like the most European part of America I think I've ever been in. I love all these brick buildings and like little alleyways, and oh, it's so fun to run in. 2 by land, 1 by sea. Little hill action. You can see the slope. All right, so this bridge is crossing the Charles River. They're like doing some work, so this is like a temporary thing, but the Celtics play over there, kind of cool. So this is Charlestown, and it is really cool. Bunker Hill. Cool view of the city. All right, so now I loop back and we head towards the USS Constitution. USS Constitution. It's huge. I don't know if the GoPro is going to capture it, but it's massive. So this is a dry dock where they build the ships. Pretty incredible. All right, so it's a little loop and you turn around, so now I'm heading back to the trail. All right, so that is basically it. Now I just got to loop back. So I pretty much run the entire Freedom Trail. Let's get the city in the background. I pretty much run the entire Freedom Trail. Now I'm going to head back downtown and hit up some sites, some famous running sites, some famous Boston sites. So about halfway through, yeah, just about halfway through my 8-mile run. So part 2. So this is the Beacon Hill area. I ran up just one street, Joy Street, and it is one of the most intense hills in a city that I've ever seen or run on. Just incredibly steep, really cool historic buildings all around. Just I've never run anywhere quite like this. We just don't have hills like this in Michigan. Good grief. Made it to the top. Now back down. It's takes my full concentration not to break an ankle on these cobblestone brick things. All right, so this is Beacon Street to my left. And that's all I know about it. These houses are incredible. It's wild seeing how many people are just walking to work. That is just a foreign concept in Metro Detroit, the idea that you can walk to work or take the subway. Here people are just getting out, getting exercise. It's so cool. I am very jealous of the walkability of this city. So this is Fenway Park. I did go to a game there. It was awesome. Loved the historic feeling of Fenway Park. You just cannot beat it with a modern stadium. Highly recommend it. All right, I am now on Boylston Street, otherwise known as the final leg of the Boston Marathon. All right, we are back in Boston Common. Beautiful day for a run. Whew. All right, I did it. Let me stop my watch. Somehow I ran 9 miles. I was supposed to run 8. So I don't know where that went wrong, but that is Massachusetts, specifically Boston. I hope you saw some sights that were of interest. I know I sure did. Boston is a really fun place to run, runner friendly. Just watch out for the cars, but that is video number 2 of my Running All 50 States series. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.